Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And I'd like to thank all three of you prolific gentlemen for being part of this journey. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us on stage. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karan.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Apurva Mehta, CEO Dharma Productions, Sharik Patel, CEO Z Studios, Anurag Bedi, Z Music. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, gentlemen. All right, we're going to call, of course, the lead players of the film. I'm going to begin by calling the filmmaker who's given his third successful film in a row. It's a hat trick, and I think it's a kind of a record at Dharma Productions. I don't think we've had a filmmaker who's actually made his third film in a row. All others are work in progress as we speak, but he's done, as I said, 3 films in 4 years, all 3 successful, all 3 not only successful at the turnstiles, but also films that have received incredible love across the world. Please welcome Shashank Khaitan. Well, the box office is hot, but your chest is cold. 11 degrees. Any particular reason why you have worn this?
The last time we were at a conference together, I was, as you mentioned, I was dressed like a tropical sunshine. So I said, let me just underplay it this time.
This is your version of underplaying it.
Karan, it's in black now. What
you have 11 degrees there, 11 degrees here, and 11 degrees here.
Still learning fashion, Karan.
So, no, it's not fashion. I mean, Badshah's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, for a lesser known fact, and I'm going to reveal all the various talents of Shashank Khaitan, he's a classically trained dancer. He can sing, he can act, because he's also been a trained actor under Nasiruddin Shah. So he's actually, and now he's judging a reality show. He's the new Karan Johar.
Yes! Thank you, Karan.
So Shashank, you know how much I love you, and you know how much we love you, and you had the audacity to want to remake Sairat. Why? Answer this question, because everybody else is going to ask you, how dare?
Oh, how dare?
How dare you even have this idea?
If I dare to dream to make movies, I think I dare to have the audacity to make whatever I feel like. But I think it came out of just that moment of pure fandom. I remember seeing Sairat, coming out of the theatre shocked, amazed, and then just coming out, and remember calling you up immediately and saying, Karan, I've seen Sairat, we need to adapt Sairat, we need to make Sairat, and you were like, why? And I said, let's see the film together and then discuss it. Yeah. So I think it came out from that desire. Many a times you hear stories and you want to tell them, you read a book and you want to tell them. In this case, I saw this film and I said, you know what, I know of this story in Rajasthan. That's where I am from. I'm a Rajasthani. I know that city. And I felt I needed to tell this story. And I think that's it. I don't think I thought too much about it or intellectualized it. I just went for it and I said, you know, I really want to make this film. And I tried making it with all the honesty and sincerity in the world.
No, definitely. And I'm sure your honesty and sincerity definitely touched a million hearts and created a million heartbeats. But I ask you, not as a producer, but as a member of the media myself, because that's who I am as well, is that how did you combat the turbulence on the weekend with everything being written about on social media, the love, the hate, the questioning so many aspects of the film? How did you keep your neck above the water and ride through like a true warrior?
I just try to see it, try to kind of understand it in its objectivity. I think we are filmmakers, we make creative content, we put it out and people are going to love it or hate it. Right. And I think really important is to respect everything that is said about the film, right, good or bad, and learn from it. And I have read every one of those reviews. I have read all the goods, all the bads, and I've taken everything in. And I'm sure when I write my next film, I'm going to keep things in mind. Some I agree with, some I don't. But I think that's the learning curve. And we're still learning. So I'm just learning. It's just my third film. I hope I make many, many more. And for me, it's a great learning curve. I think I'm just learning. And for me, I'm very, very happy that they went and saw it. As you said, they've not been indifferent to it. And that's the worst thing. So I'm very happy with all the love. I'm very happy with all the hate. And for me, I think it's just important that people go and see it and have their own perspective on it.
Well, as somebody who's, well, I can take the liberty of saying who's mentored Shashank, I actually sat with him and I said, you know what, I'm so used to this because I don't think that there's been a single film of mine that hasn't been through this up and down graph. But eventually, as Shashank rightfully said, it's important to absorb everything, read everything, learn from it. You never win and lose, you win and learn. And I think that's the mantra that all of us try to adopt at Dharma Productions. And thank you, Shashank. Thank you for being a true warrior. Thank you for making this third successful film for us at Dharma Productions. You are a part of the family, and we don't want to ever let you go. And no matter how much money anybody else offers you, you know you have to continue making movies only for us.
Never leaving you, Karan, unless you kick me out.
No. How can I kick someone out who's wearing 33 degrees on his body? Okay, I'm going to give you a big hug. All right. Shashank, no, you can't go anywhere. Shashank truly was, as I said, I mentored Shashank, but Shashank mentored two kids who walked into Dharma Productions with dreams in their eyes and with aspirations in their heart. Both of them I met at different junctures in my life and grew to love immensely. There has been so much talk about this term that is now a national phenomenon called nepotism. We will talk about that and address them with the kids themselves. But I want to say that these two actors are bona fide talents, hardworking, absolutely sincere. I've seen them work tirelessly for over a year, every day. I used to hear loud screams out of Shashank Khaitan's room. I used to wonder what was happening in there. They were just readings. They were trying to master the lingo. They were trying to master the dialogue. They used to work every day tirelessly, 365 days a year, just to achieve what they have in Dhadak. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you Janhvi and Ishaan. All right, Shashank, I'm going to actually make the three of you have a little bit of a chat before I start, because truly this is your prerogative. They are your babies, and I want you to ask them what they're feeling like right now, how rapidly the heart is racing.
So why don't you just begin? How rapidly is the heart racing?
It feels pretty fast right now. I don't want to intellectualize it.
Thank you. See, he knows the word better than me. And Janhvi, you were just sitting over there and telling me that, you know, I'm actually feeling more nervous than when I came for the trailer launch.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. I can't rationalize it. I'm feeling more nervous today than I was at the trailer launch. I think it's a mix of a lot of feelings. It also feels like a journey has come to an end, and maybe I'm feeling a little nostalgic as well. Yeah.
Well, what does it feel like, Janhvi? I mean, this is your first film, and Ishaan has faced the camera before. And when you faced the camera for the first time, being directed by Shashank, and now with all the reactions and love that the film gets, what does it all feel like to you? Does it feel like it's like one big bubble that you can't comprehend?
Yeah, I don't think I've been able to digest a lot of it. I'm still trying to figure what I need to process and, you know, how to go about things. But I think the love has been overwhelming. And I know that I have a long way to go. And I hope, I just want to use all of it as motivation and hope that I get to do more work and impress people, hopefully, in the future. And I don't know, just keep working hard and working at myself and doing better and doing more work and making people happy, because this is what I love doing more than anything else. So I just want to keep at it, and I just would like to affect people positively.
You made all of us so proud, Janhvi. And have you, like a good student, like a good first-time actor, gone online and read everything written about you?
Everything I've read. Every single thing I've read.
Every word?
Every word.
And what did you do? Did you do a yay when they praised you, and did you do a nay when they didn't?
I did like a yay times 100 when they praised me.
Yeah.
And then I cried secretly in my bathroom when they didn't. So I've done all of it. I've gone through all of the beats.
You've been through the gamut. Like, do you feel like older, wiser, and much more ready for the fraternity now today after this experience?
I don't know. I feel much more motivated. I think I had a talk with you and with Shashank as well. And I think that the one thing that I've taken away from it is you just need to keep working, and you need to keep finding reasons to stay positive and working better and improving yourself. And that's what I aim to do. And, you know I have a long way to go, but I promise that I'll keep working at myself to make all of you all proud and happy.
I remember Janhvi telling me when we had the first screening at the cast and crew, where she had her entire family there with love and support, and she said, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I've had overwhelming moments with each member of my family. What did that feel like, you know, for your whole family to see your work for the first time?
Overwhelming. But I think for a really long time there wasn't a lot of conversation because there was just a lot of crying and hugging, and I think that with the kind of film it is as well, I think the reason it's resonated is, you know, you can over-intellectualize it and, you know, get down to technicalities, but it was made with all heart, and I think somewhere that's connected with people. So when they came out of these screenings, almost everyone was overwhelmed with a really strong feeling and a sensation that they couldn't shake off. So to experience that, like I remember speaking with people and walking into screenings and seeing like huge people, like artists themselves crying, looking at our work. And I remember telling you even last night, I've never been happier making someone else cry in my whole life.
Well, congratulations, Janhvi, and lots of love and an amazing journey ahead to you always. Ishaan, you've been like such a humongous part of this entire journey, and it's been your second outing. You had the mild pleasure of working on a film before this. When I say mild, is that the experience come, but the major pleasure was working with such a prolific filmmaker like Majid Majidi, and it was such an exceptional film, and you did so exceptionally well. But your experience of Dhadak was different. It was completely different from what you went through with Beyond the Clouds. You were working with a new filmmaker, with a new syntax and a new tonality, a new first-time actor. What was your entire experience like, Ishaan?
It was, first of all, thank you all for being here. I have to say that this film, for a lot of people, it's a movie, but I feel like I can speak, at least for the two of us, when I say these are very real feelings and experiences that we had. And more than anything, I'm just grateful for you, for Shashank, for everybody who gave me this opportunity, for being able to be a part of this film. It was, I think, the most wonderful 44 days of my working career so far, because there was just so much love on set. There was so much love for these characters, for this story, for the context in which we are making the film. It was a great learning experience, and it was a great feeling of devotion to a story that we all believed in. And I can't trade that experience for anything else. So I'm just very grateful more than anything.